When Parker got eliminated, I was absolutely devastated from a personal standpoint because he's a super sweet kid and I just feel like me and him connected really well. I feel like he's somebody who could have potentially helped me in the game. We were in the same car on the way to the mission and we bonded because of that. And then he got sent home and yeah, it was a sad day.
He seemed like a good guy. So, and he honestly, like, I didn't think he was a mole, and maybe that would be his, like, Texas draw. It could be like a JT situation, who knows? JT is Survivor. But he seemed like a really cool guy that I would have liked to get to know more. So that was kind of a bummer.
Ready? Going into that quiz, I was extremely terrified just because, like, I don't know. Not so much because I figured everyone would use the Joker chip and that they would all be a question ahead of me, because I felt like I really could get by that round based off of the knowledge that I had and the strategy that I had. But I think just because my spirits were so low and like I was very distracted and not really focused on the game, I was more emotional, that like that could have set me back and could have made me like take longer time or just not think with a clear head. And so like that's why I was so nervous, is because like I just didn't want to get out because I was like of things that weren't really like my fault, I guess. So it was really nice to see my green screen.
So I had a pretty unique strategy for taking the quiz. I wanted to make sure that I hit every single person pretty equally in terms of the questions. And so I kept a running tally of every single person and how many times I marked them down for something. So basically it didn't matter who the mole was, I knew I was going to get 5 points on the quiz because I had marked every single person 5 times. Now, having done that, I was extremely scared in the elimination ceremony because I realized that, holy crap, if the mole was in the majority on the odds standpoint, then I'm definitely going to be out. So I'm no longer doing that strategy until I get to the final section, but I'm glad it did just to try.
As obnoxious as Matt has been so far, I don't think he's the mole.
Why?
I think he's just been too present and he's trying to lure attention to him.
You think so?
But that can be a good strategy, though.
It can, but
I mean, okay. Is he bringing attention now? I feel like he's just sitting around.
Matt?
Yeah.
He just win everything. Honestly.
Yeah. Wow.
But Alex took it a little too far and was going too crazy.
Oh,
I'm
he
just
was?
Like, calm down.
How did you feel about that? Was he on your season of BB?
He was.
Was he
Are
like
you guys
that?
I think that's just his personality. He's not acting very much
He's super
different.
wild.
Yeah. He wasn't acting very much
when he was
different.
like, get out of the kitchen, like leave, go,
Yeah, he told me to
go. He said it to me too, and I like, oh, this makes me want to come stand by you, buddy. So I did. I went right up to him. But then you go upstairs. You listening?
I did. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what the fuck going on? Because like at that point I was over. I was like, let me just go upstairs.
He's honking. They're honking because we're hot. Okay. This is the hot car. Right, Jessica?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're starting the individual challenge right now, and I need your help because we need to defuse this bomb.
No. Oh my God. Are you?
Oh, you did. I'm a dead bitch.
Kaboom! You're out.
Okay.
We're gonna keep going.
Bye.
No, it just makes that noise.
What do you see?
You make me cut something?
Tell him which.
What is it?
Which one am I
color
gonna cut?
and what shape.
Just gonna close your eyes. That. This guy?
Did you get
This
any
guy?
clue?
Right here?
Did you understand?
All right, neutral. Cool. I think.
Delayed it.
Beep boop bop.
This is awesome.
Can't believe it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Really? Oh, again? You're the worst. Which one am I cutting? This one.
Oh god. Nice.
What does that mean?
Same face every time. It's like, all right. What do you mean?
Here.
Cut that one?
Yeah.
I knew that the diffuse was not red.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cuts. Great.
She gonna want to give me one could.
That would be great.
Or Luke getting one could.
I called it.
What'd she cut?
It didn't even. Okay. I'm just gonna randomly cut something in, cause that really didn't show me nothing. No, for real. It didn't show the color. Like.
We win though. We haven't gotten any.
Oh. You pressed the red.
Come on, Taylor.
Yeah.
Play the god game.
It's a nice break.
Yeah.
Could you do? It's a blue square down here. This one at the bottom.
Wait, that's like.
Not this one at top, but this one. That one right here. This one right here.
Do you want me to cut this one?
Yeah, cut that one.
Why do you look like that though?
Cut it and see what happens.
Damn, why you gotta do me like that?
Girl, watch you win. Go ahead and cut it.
All right, dude. So.
It's not gonna actually blow up.
Okay, now I know.
What is that? It's a blue square. It was the danger last time. What are the odds it'd be twice, right?
Oh, good job.
Okay. They come into laugh.
You
cut so.
I'm gonna be sad. I'm a fuck.
It's just me and you.
All right.
Chicken dinner.
Congratulations on surviving your first round. Your next mission is called All for One. To start, I need 5 groups of 3. Make sure you have a group of 3 that you trust with your life in this game. Please form your groups now.
With your life?
Confirm you 3 are a group?
Yes, we are.
You 3 are a group right here? You 3 are a group?
Yes. Yes.
You 3 in Couch are a group?
Right.
And then you 3 over here?
Right.
All right. First, we are gonna. We're actually going to give everybody an exemption, and Jessica will go ahead and pass those out.
And here's how we lose them.
I hope you chose your groups wisely, because the people in your group are going to have sufficient information in this next challenge to take away your exemption if they want to. For this next challenge, everyone is going to start outside. One group at a time, you will be entering the house and hiding your exemption somewhere inside the house. You will only be given 2 minutes to hide your exemption. You will be going with your group, so your group will have a kind of an idea of where you're hiding your exemption. After all groups have hidden their exemptions, we are also going to hide money around the house, at which point both exemptions and money will be hidden around the house. We will then let you in the house. You will have 1 minute to grab 1 envelope and meet us back on the front porch. If you are not back on the porch before the 1 minute is up, you are not allowed to come back out, you can't bring any envelopes out, and you will not be able to compete in the individual challenge. You are permitted to come back out without any envelope, that's fine too. If you bring back the money, that money will be added to the pot. If you bring back someone's exemption, they will no longer be exempt from the upcoming quiz. If you grab someone's exemption, you will receive a joker.
I have to pretend that I don't know where I'm going to put it. I don't know where to go. Sorry, mommy. I just don't know.
I'm torn between underneath the bean bags or in like the Triscuit box.
Do the cushions unzip?
And we all get envelopes and have to hide them around the house. So immediately I'm thinking, where's a good place that I can hide this envelope? And I remember downstairs next to the fireplace, there is a bag of deer food, which is perfect because A, I don't think anyone will go in there, and B, there's food in it that I can scoop on top. So people, if they do go in there, would have to dig down into it to find my envelope. So I feel pretty secure that mine won't be found.
I end up being paired up with Audrey, which is great because she's someone who I want to build a relationship with in this game. And then I also end up paired up with Taylor, who I just screwed over for a joker in the last round, and who would have every right to do the same to me right now. So I do not feel safe or secure or good. So we're the first group to get into the house to hide our exemptions, which is nice because then we can just get it over with. And before time starts, Taylor and I just have a little chat, and I basically say, I'm not going to tell anyone about your exemption, I have no interest in doing that. If you do tell someone about my exemption, I will understand and I won't be mad. And she says, I want this to be a truce. I understand what happened, and she doesn't want any bad blood between us. I'm like, great. I don't trust it, but great. I will go with that, and I genuinely don't intend to tell anyone about Audrey or Taylor's exemptions. So my strategy for hiding my exemption is to look for the most inconvenient place for someone to search. They're only going to have a minute to search the house, so I want to make it so you would have to devote a lot of time to find one. So I immediately run down to the basement, look for locations that are far away from the ports that you have to get back to, look for locations that are inconvenient to hide, and eventually, underneath the bar, I find a sewing machine in a case. And I think, great, that's where I'll hide it. I just tuck it right into the back as far as I can, because no one is gonna open a sewing machine and root around in it when there are so many better places to hide it. I figure this is inconvenient enough, no one will find my exemption.
The last twist with hiding the exemptions in the house was really interesting, especially as it required you to get into groups of 3 of people that you really trusted. I immediately knew that Kristen was going to be in my group, and I was almost included Trevor, because that's one of Kristen's best friends. And Nate actually turned over to us, and he had been working with us in like the Ben car group, and he was like, hey, yeah, group of 3, and so we said yes.
I can't do it.
Good. Feeling like the king looking for his Joker. Hey.
You try it. You try it.
Seizure threat for sure.
Try to take it. I don't love it.
Grab it.
Take it.
How are you guys feeling about today?
$2?
Feeling very excited.
Relieved a little bit.
Nervous.
Oh yeah.
I'm just glad I got through the first. I really thought it was gonna be.
I thought it was gonna be me.
Yeah.
It was dark.
You would have been my guardian angel if you got eliminated, but I'm glad you're still in it. I'm downing my hiding spot. I should have flushed it down the toilet.
I'm just feeling like I've been trusting everyone that tells me anything, and I need to stop. I'm like trusting everything. So I'm kind of having like an audit in my brain.
I need
of
to
who's
audit my
telling me
life.
what and what are they acting like now, and who are they telling things to. I just need to put my guard up a little more.
Are you gonna audit me out?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Okay, good. I love it so much.
You guys are adorable.
It's like I always get up here and down here no matter what.
Oh yeah.
How you feeling, mate?
How am I feeling? Actually pretty good. I feel good about my spot. I think it's, I don't think it's going to be found.
We're talking about books.
Really?
But I also don't think anybody else's is going to be found either, so I'm very curious to see what actually happens.
How about you?
I'm always first out in hide and go veto, so we'll see. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just hope that if there's only one exemption card found, that it's not mine. Or else I am immediately disqualified. That would suck.
Yeah, that would suck. If I'm gonna go, that's how I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out with no chance that I can save.
The only exemption found
Yeah.
is yours.
Yeah, I would rather do
Brutal.
that than fail a quiz.
I want to know who finds the exemption because they're probably the one.
Oh, sorry. I don't know about that.
Especially if it's on their own team.
Interesting strategy.
You gotta watch out for those people.
I'm gonna be able
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling nervous. It's very intimidating to have kind of your exemption in other people's hands, and if yours is the only one that gets found, then you're fucked. I'm stoked I survived the first execution though, so.
Who do you think is going to be the next one to go out?
That's shady.
Look at you with that one.
Well, I mean, Matt's a little sick right now, so I don't know if he's really up to competing, so there might be a medevac soon.
How about you, Joe? Who do you think is going to get the boot next?
Child. I'm gonna have to agree with Tim. I knew it was Matt. I'm gonna have to agree with Tim because Matt's not feeling too good and he's under the weather, so unfortunately he might not make it. So.
Fair enough. How are you feeling about the competition so far?
Right now I'm like super nervous. The first execution had me worried sick, and now we're in the next competition, and now I'm just like anything can happen. Like your exemption card could probably be the only card found, and you're immediately gone. So
It's basically the look of a draw right now.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Hey, guys.
And like, he did.
Who do you guys think is going to be the next to go out?
Fuck, dude.
Me? No.
I always say me. See, I'm like me because I'm like, man, I just all or nothing. You know? I don't halfsies. I don't thirds. I don't cut it up. I'm just like yes or no.
Yeah, so people that go all in, I feel like might have a worse shot, but I respect the fuck out of people that do that. So.
How are you doing?
See the white mask?
I'm sad.
Oh, why? What's up?
I'd be like, cool, Parker. Got out first.
Oh, you guys.
And so sweet and sad.
Welcome to the Smack Fest, the beat down. The SWAT team is here on another beautiful day of shutting the week down. We're going for kills, not here for the thrills. Man, after this match, I'm talking about they may have to shut the beach down. Today, consider us your very strict parents, and you have disobeyed us. About to give you a reason to hate us. We gon' play true and false, you be the false. Because on this side of the fence, be a team full of true players. And me, I'll be the top swatter. The sun is out, the heat is on, and I'm only gon' make it hotter. Hope you got a lot of water in your squirt bottles. It help wash down all the sand that we about to make it swallow. Or better do a dance and hope it starts pouring down. Rain may be the only thing to save you a lot of pain. Twist the springs, we about to lay the smack down. Just letting you know before we start the game. Your team's already intimidated, about to be eliminated. Slapped to the curb. You about to get served. An ass strike, delivering spikes and deadly force behind the jump serve. You know you about to get served. Like you know what you're up against, stressing. Can already see how it's working your nerves. Yeah, you straight aggression until you learn your first volleyball lessons. Since I got to put this beat in your words, listen.
Damn it. If you are not outside, you are raise your hand if you found an envelope. Go ahead, one at a time, we will open your envelope. We'll start with Peaches.
Oh, she got money too. Go for it.
Go ahead and reveal.
Lucky number 7.
$7? Yeah. Got yourself a small bird without bacon.
The savage. And then I open it. Oh my god, I can't do it. It says 40.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have lost your exemption.
Because I didn't think I was going to find a single envelope. And I moved the beanbags and boom. An envelope, there wasn't a star, which means I was getting a joker, and that's all I cared about. And not only that, I was the first one to find an envelope, so that was pretty much my goal. So I got a joker for that, and I hope that I can use it wisely.
This is my first LRG, so I don't have any experience or expectations. And I think coming into it, I left a blank slate because I've never done one of these before. What's been interesting coming in is that apparently a lot of people here have played a lot of these games before. And that is both very intimidating because A, they know each other, and B, that they, not only do they know each other, but they also are familiar with the sort of strategy that might go down where I don't have that. But I'm trying to play it to my advantage a little bit.
Nick, go ahead and reveal.
$5.
Hey, $13 is better than 0. Because we have no money in the pot right now, I don't think.
The challenge is not over.
Oh.
If anyone would like to re-enter the house, I will give you 2 minutes, but for per person that goes in, it will cost $2. Tim, as you did not exit the house in time, you are not eligible to compete in this mission any longer.
Wow.
You would like to...
I was planning on betraying that, but I kind of felt bad because he got sick during the competition. So I was only going to use that as a backup, but I still couldn't find it anyway, even though I knew exactly where it was. Hashtag comp flop.
So everyone's going in at some
we
point?
got 2 minutes
Yeah,
to sign.
damn.
There's gonna be nothing in this spot.
Yeah.
Don't think your defense is strong enough to keep us from driving in the spikes. So you at least have a chance to prove a point. Overhand, underhand, we'll serve you up whatever way you like. Your defense better be all that. Don't play that net too close. Fair warning, you better fall back. We serving nothing but aces to your faces. And look forward to getting six-packed along with all that. Nothing but heavy hitters on my team. Seems every time we hit the ball, we try time to spit it at the seams. Attacking from every angle, hope you in shape. If not, we about to show you what really being served means. Like cat and mouse, gonna have some fun with y'all. Ready to 6, 4, 2,
I mean, that's money though.
we didn't come here to play dumb with y'all, but from the looks of it, like y'all came here to play some jungle ball. Your team's already intimidated, about to be eliminated.
Good finder.
Sorry.
Alright, Alexis.
Like $80, right?
Oh!
That's a big chunk of change. It might have made up for us all being savages and going back inside.
True.
$10.
Yeah. I think. How much did I get?
Yeah, that's how the
$10. Yeah!
35.
Okay.
Alright. I feel better.
We got one more. This one's a person. Matt.
Matt like got really sick after, and I don't know whether or not it was because like he was sick because of something he ate, whether it was his medication from his wisdom teeth, or if it was anxiety. Like it really could have been any of the three or a mix. And so I really did feel bad for him as a person in that moment.
We're gonna give you one last opportunity to enter the house. You will get 4 minutes this time, but it will cost $4 per person that wishes to do it.
I'm going to. My name is out. I'm going. I'm sorry. I'm going.
Before we do it again.
They have more text in it.
Everybody who goes, we lose money. And you're like, don't do it. I'm like, I don't care. I want a Joker. I'm like, oh no, $4. I know, I'm probably like, ugh, so jaded. I'm like, but at the same time, I'm just really competitive. And I'm like, it's $4. Like, I would spend $10 on a Joker.
I gotta go outside, I guess.
I am not a good finder.
Tori, come on, hurry. Oh my God, you're stressing me out. Time's up, Tori. Okay, time's up.
Raise your hand if you found an envelope. You have 2 envelopes. Go ahead and reveal one at a time. What was in your envelope?
Savage 5. So I added 1. That's right. Okay, thank you.
Oh. It was not you.
What?
Who is it? There were more than one in there.
Oh god, now I feel even worse. Oh god.
So it turns out in that last round, somebody found my envelope. So now there's only 4 people that can go home. And out of that, 2 of them are me and Matt. So odds are not looking good. We have a pretty much 50% chance that one of us is gonna get executed this round. And that sucks, especially since the other 2 girls had taken part in all of the other missions while Matt and I were just trying to like get better. So Matt's health and safety are so much more important to me than a game. Not that I'm not having a fun time, not that I'm not trying to win, but 100% his health and safety are way above anything for the game. So it does suck that, I wasn't there and I have a visual memory. So I feel like I can go home this round for sure, 100%.
I almost had a heart attack when Alexis went back in. She found one of the exemptions in the place where I hid mine, but when she opened it and revealed Ame's name, I was shook because I was sure I was having to take that quiz. Oh my god. I nearly had a heart attack. I hid my exemption in the bottom of the corn bag in the basement.
Tori's envelope was the only one that got found, so she lost her exemption in the first round, the only one. if we didn't go back in at all, she would automatically be out, and I was not going to stand for that at all. I needed her in this game. So when we had the second opportunity to go back in, I of course went back in. A lot of other people went back in that round. I was looking for any envelope I could find. I didn't find anything in that round. Finally, we got another opportunity, and only myself, Tori, Audrey, and Alexis. Alexis because she also had gotten her exemption taken away. Audrey, I'm not really sure why she came in, but the four of us went in. I wanted to keep going back in with the new opportunities to come back into the house because I wanted to find more envelopes so that Tori would have a better chance of staying. If it was like a couple people taking the quiz, I was just like super worried.
Obviously went with Peaches and Joel because they're the ones I like trust the most. I think it was the third round. I didn't go in, but I should have because Nate was, he said where his was before they went in, like by accident because he didn't realize like they were gonna go in again or whatever. So I should have gone in and like found his, and I tried to actually whisper it to Tori and Jackie because when Tori was like the first envelope, that was like, no, I'm really liking Tori and Jackie. Like I have my click, but I need to go other places. And I like really vibe well with Tori and Jackie. So I was like, no, fuck. Tori cannot leave. No. So I tried to like rap Nate's thing out to them. And they didn't catch on, so they didn't find Nate's thing. But I should have honestly just gone in myself.
That is the end of the mission. 11 of you have maintained your exemptions. 4 will not be exempt on this upcoming quiz.
Don't like them, huh?
Just to recap, in the first round, you guys earned $12, but 12 people did go back into the house, losing $2 per person. In the second round, you did earn $35, but 4 people went back into the house at negative $4 per person. And in the last round, $5 was earned.
We love her. We
love her. Almost doesn't count.
Will be the next person to visit the Spy Supply.
I can't wait to go to the Spice Rack.
Cut the Wire Challenge is by far my freaking favorite because obviously I made it to the end because I'm smart, but the groupings I thought were so perfect for me because the people I was suspecting were in the same group. So I'm just like, during this quiz, it should be so much easier for me. So I'm happy about that. And in the end, guess who won? Not me. It was really upsetting. I know y'all crying too. That was really devastating because he's like the #1 person I think is the mole. So I was just like, well, he's about to go take money like he's supposed to do. So got my eye on you, mister.
We're gonna go ahead and begin our next mission. It is called Pants on Fire.
Oh no.
And before we begin, I need you guys to elect one person as your leader.
Any volunteers?
I'll do it. No, I'm joking. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Leader or Trevor?
The consensus.
You're the head of
Trevor.
Okay. See, look, I got you on.
This is what Trevor does. Anytime he speaks up, everybody. Yes.
Yeah.
So in the Pants on Fire challenge, we had to choose a leader and everybody was so quick to say Trevor. And at that point, I was like, is Trevor really running the game like that? That everybody is willing to give him the leadership? Because in my opinion, we should have gave it to somebody that really doesn't feel like they have influence in the house. Like we could have gave it to Tim. We could have gave it to Kristen. We could have gave it to Nick, but they decided to give it to Trevor, so I was like, I guess that's fine because he's in my group.
I was not shocked that Trevor, he just has to sit down and be like, pick me. And he literally sounds like that. And everybody always picks him to be the leader no matter what game he's in because it's just because he's so calm. When I first selected him as a leader, I'm like, I'm gonna regret this because I had no clue what I was voting him to lead.
Trevor is going to ask 10 of you a question. You can either answer honestly or you may lie. At the end of the mission, we will tell you how many answers are answered truthfully. You will earn $5 per question that is answered honestly. Trevor, I will tell you the question. You will select one person to answer it. They will answer the question, and that person will not be able to answer any other questions. All right, Trevor?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm ready.
Your first question. On the last quiz, did you answer male or female for the mole's gender?
Let's see. Nick.
Give me a second, I don't actually remember. I answered female.
Oh, what you got against girls?
On the last quiz, when you were asked the second question, during the You Don't Know Me challenge, was the mole one of the first 8 eliminated? Did you answer yes or no?
Kristen.
I think I said yes.
What type of puzzle did the mole do in the District 12 mission? The 4 options are hands-on, word search, riddles, or none of the above.
Nate.
I said none of the above. Look at this. Y'all ain't ready for this. Hold on. This is my hit list. Audrey, Nate, that's me. Tim, Nick, Jackie. One of them, that's the mole. Okay?
Did you just list yourself in that?
Yeah.
As far as suspicions go, I think Nick's a little suspicious, Audrey's a little off. They all kind of just seem drawn back and observing a lot.
I trust a couple people in the house pretty heavily right now. I trust Kristen a lot. And that's probably because I'm trying to start a bit of a showmance, mostly so I can get information and use her connections. She has a ton of connections in the house, and that is really, really valuable for all of these twists. And I don't have anybody right now, so that's really great. And hey, showmances are fun, right? So I'm all about it. I'm gonna ride that train as long as it goes. And hey, she's fun to talk to, so it's been a fun time.
District 12 mission. Was the mole in a group of 2, 3, or were they the hunter?
Let's see. Tim.
I said 2. Question number 5. And whose car was the mole in? Ben, Carlo, Jessica, or none of the above?
Alex.
None of the above.
During the inventory mission, in which group was the mole in? The Punch Out, which is the toy store, the Nature Lover, or the Retail Therapy?
Taylor.
Let me just look, sorry. I wrote it down. I actually really want to get this. I said retail therapy.
Did the mole get a joker during the inventory mission?
Joel.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Question number 7. Did the mole get a joker during
I'll put yes.
Yeah.
During the District 12 mission, did the mole start inside or outside?
Outside.
Is the mole older or younger than 23? And who is the mole?
Oh, this is
Alexis.
I'm sorry, what was your answer?
I said Matt.
All right, we have the results for you. How do you guys think you did?
I got mine right.
We got at least one.
Yeah,
I at least was.
You guys were asked 10 questions. For each correct answer, you would get $5. You got 8. honest answers.
Oh, there's some decoy people
2
here.
people did not tell the truth.
There's some people trying to throw people off is what's happening.
So you won $40.
Fake ID is 30. With that, you can see how the most recently executed player answered their quiz. It's not going to tell you if their answers are right or wrong. It just tells you how they answered it, so that can give you insight into possibly where they went wrong. Or if you choose not to do anything, you put $10 in the pot.
We talked about this before the season, so I'm gonna take the stopwatch. Yeah, there's never gonna be money in the pot, so I'm gonna take the stopwatch. They offer an exemption to drain the pot, I'm gonna do it. If they say this will take money out of the pot, but you get an advantage, I'll do it. Whatever it takes to get me to the end, I'm gonna do. I'm gonna win. A good mole's gotta have good skating skills, okay? You don't wanna get trapped. You gotta be able to skate backwards, forwards. You gotta be able to loop-de-loop. People try and catch you in a trap. You gotta be able to skate on one foot. You gotta be able to twirl, do your figure eights, skate backwards. Whoever's the best around skating, around questions, that's who's going to be the best mole.
Coming into week 2, after I burned some bridges with the whole Taylor not getting a Joker chip and all that kind of stuff, going into week 2, I really wasn't feeling that great. So I sat out of the first couple challenges, the first couple competitions. Ame hid my exemption for me. Mine got found. So I'm going down to this quiz based on some notes that Ame got from Tim for me. Basically memorizing that and going down and taking this quiz. And my goal was just to rip through it as fast as possible.
Just debating whether or not I should even be trying on this.
Because she wasn't really focused too much on the game as well because she was taking care of me. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't leave her out to dry. And I left one Joker chip on the table as she took the quiz after me. So I hope that she used it. I don't know for sure. She said that she will, but we'll see. But I'm taking this quiz pretty much blind, so we'll see how that goes, and hopefully, there's only 4 people up for elimination, and 2 of them are myself and my girlfriend, so 50-50 chance that one of us goes home, so that's not really that great. So we'll see what happens.
What if I just leave it here? How pissed do you think he would be?
Pretty pissed.
And then the next person finds it?
Yeah.
Ame said straight up, I know I dragged them in my last confessional, but I feel like if I was long distance with someone and I fucking saw them for the first time in months or whatever, I would probably be just as extra as they are, so I should tone it down, tone the trash talk down.
I'm nervous because I'm like, oh God, I haven't noticed anybody. So I'm like, oh God.
I'm just gonna, be optimistic, be positive, think positive thoughts. And I'm excited to get the ball rolling, Read as fast as I can and not take too long to answer, just be quick, make my brain work quickly. That's pretty much it.
I gave Tori my Joker chip for her to use in that quiz. Those chances were just looking terrible, so I had to do everything I could.
I do think it's a guy. Some of the guys have been very quiet, and I cannot fully parse out if they are being quiet because they're really tired or they're being suspicious. Because I know some of them stayed up late last night, so I'm like, are you just tired or are you being weird? Alex is doing a lot, and I can't tell if it's just that he's really excited to be playing the game or if he is just trying to throw everyone off the scent by almost doing too much. But anybody that's frantically writing down notes, I'm trying to consider that maybe you're not the mole, because why are you frantically writing down the color of my notebook?
My true blood sister has gifted this to me. And she's my ride or die, and I'm gonna use that. She, ride or die, has gifted me a Joker chip that I must use this week because
Following the first round, there was a slightly shorter second round and a much shorter list of agents who were eligible to be executed. Tori, Alexis, Matt, and Ame. Would anyone like to go first?
Oh my god, I would!
All right. Anyone else? Tori? Alright. Matt and Alexis? Ready? I'm sorry, Alexis. You have been executed from the game, my dear. Should be. Guys, I can't log into my computer right now. All it says is that we have some special guests. Oh. Oh boy. I'm not quite sure what this means, but.
Do you have people waiting outside for you?
Boom!
Great.
I'd like to point out this lovely shirt you have.
Yes, Manuel was robbed.
Season 1 of the mall.
Season 1 of the mole, Manuel was a beautiful human being, and I absolutely thought he was the mole until he was first boot.
This is like a wish. This is like a dream. I couldn't even dream this stuff.